Today we're going to do some stress tests on the Galaxy Note 5. This phone is pretty much made out of the same basic materials as the Galaxy S6 and the Galaxy S6 Edge, so I'm not going to do the same stress test as I did on those phones. You can watch those videos if you want to see how it handles flame or scratches on the front and the back. In this video, I'm just going to see how scratch resistant the camera lens is with my razor blade, and I'm going to do a bend test as well. So as you can see, I'm taking my razor blade and sliding it along the glass, a bunch of different angles on the lens, and it actually held up pretty darn well. The camera lens is probably made out of that same tempered glass that the back and the front is made out of, so it's pretty resistant to scratches, which is very nice. So I'm going to do this bend test in a couple different ways. First of which, I'm going to take my hands and kind of distribute the weight of the bend along the frame of the phone as well as the screen in the back. So you can see me press on the screen of the phone here, and it actually survives pretty well. It handles the pressure of my hands pretty well. I'm going to flip it around, still keeping the pressure along the frame of the screen just to see how much that can handle. Still pretty straight, screen's just fine, everything's still working really well. So now I'm going to take my hands and press more along the center of the screen to, put some pressure on the guts of the phone. Looks like the guts allow for a little bit of flex, but the frame definitely stays rigid along the side of the phone. I'm going to try twisting it a little bit in my hands just to see if the frame can handle that sort of torque motion. And everything looks good so far. You can see that the phone is slightly warped, but there's no permanent damage. So I wouldn't have any problem putting this in my back pocket and sitting on it all day. Overall, pretty satisfied with the build quality of this phone. It feels solid in my hand. Honestly, the only problems that I have with this phone is just that it doesn't have an SD card slot, doesn't have a removable battery. Those are pretty important to me as a smartphone user. Anyway, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like if this video was interesting, and don't forget to subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Overall, this phone held up way better than the HTC M9. That phone snapped in half in my hands. Go ahead and click on this video if you want to check that out. And don't forget to check out my Instagram. I promise I do more fun things than just taking apart cell phones. Thanks for watching.